Hi, Candace.
I can hear you. Hello.
Okay, perfect.
Audio is working just fine. You know how you have that last song in your
Hi,
head?
Candace.
I can hear. Okay, I think I'm good. I got the chat here. I'm going to pull up the chat here. I think we finally got a whole system here, people. I'm very excited about this. And sorry, I was not here on Friday. I was funeraling. But you know, weird about funerals, you get to see family, so that's great. But somebody died, and that's terrible. So it's like good and bad all in one. But either way, we are going to do some real estate, of course, as usual. If anybody has any questions, you just let me know. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is share my screen. Let's see if we can do it right today. We never know. It's always something different around here. Boop, boop. Hmm. All right. It always pops up over there. I don't know why, but let's see. If I do this, I think I'm good. And then that's there. Hmm. We'll see. There we go. I think it's good. You all can see it in the Zoom room, yes? Hey, Elena. Hopefully you all can. Caroline, you can see it, right?
Sorry, my microphone was off. Yes, I can see it. It's good.
That's okay. Good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Now, hopefully it stays that way. Let me just do a test. Let's do a little test here. Let me write test on my page and make sure it is testing, testing, one, two, three on there. But let's go ahead and read the first question. Oh, you missed me. Oh, hi, Trix. Elena, you wrote me. Yes, I just got back. It's been a whirlwind, and so I am gonna reply to you. Been a whirlwind, but I did, just so everybody knows, I did upload the math review course. That has been my focus. So I met with Amy the other day, yesterday, and I was like, I'm not going to sleep until I finish this math course, editing it and getting it up there for you all. So about 3:30 last night I finished. I uploaded it today. It is there if anybody needs a math review. So then I'm going to work on. So Elena, I will be getting back to you. Yay. All right. Number one. This is the new same test that we were doing last time, but a new version of it. You know what I'm trying to say. Jackson's will left to Mrs. Jackson the right to use, occupy, and enjoy Jackson's real estate until her death. At that time, the real estate will become the property of their children. Mrs. Jackson is. So let's do. Somebody needs to come in and I need to let them in. Let's see. Boom. Okay. So Mrs. Jackson is A, remainder man, B, a life tenant, C, a joint tenant, or D, a tenant in common. Caroline and Amy said B. So we got B for life tenant. Well, I think we can take off, joint tenancy because that would be the right of survivorship. And tenants in common, we know, is just our usual way to own property. The question becomes, is it the remainder man or the life tenant? And because both Amy and Caroline are geniuses, our answer is life tenant, right? The remainder man would be the children. If it was a reversionary interest, it'd be going back to Jackson. But Jackson is the original grantor, and when Mrs. Jackson dies, who is the life tenant, it's going to go to the children. They are the remainder man. And the mother, I say mother, but whichever, Mrs. Jackson is also the measuring life. Can anybody tell me what type of life? Well, I guess we all understand it is just a regular old life estate. This would not be a Porotry V life estate. So there you go. Trix, you're not able to join the Zoom and inquiry rehearsal. That's okay, Trix. No worries. You just do what you can when you can. All right, number two. To prove his right to a commission, the broker must show A, that he was licensed throughout the transaction, B, that he had a contract for employment, uh, C, that he was efficient in the procuring cause of the sale, or D, all of the above. what we got? What are we thinking? Mhm. And I'm looking at it and I'm not seeing one. I mean, I know, yes, if you're going to get paid, I need you to be licensed. I need there to be an employment contract, yeah, and I need you to be the procuring cause. So I think you all are absolutely correct. Our answer is D, D for dance. I just heard the best Halloween song, and YouTube won't let me save it. Oh, it's because it's made for kids. It's called, I don't know if you all are into Halloween, but it was a remix of a kid's song called, what was it called? Because it was so great. Spooky Scary Skeletons, which I'd heard, but the remix, I was jamming. I was jamming in the dang grocery store. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I think this is, I was having my own little rave party. I was like, where are my glow sticks? But, alas. So, yes, our answer is D, and I'm unfocused today, but that's okay. Number three, contracts made by a minor are, and I'm going to say here, every place except California. So for everybody who's not in California, contracts made by a minor are, is it A, enforceable at all times, B, void, C, voidable by either party, or D, voidable by only the minor? So I'll do the answer in black for everybody but California, and then I'll do an answer in, let's say, green ink for California, because this is two different answers. So Stacy, you said, I don't know if that's Stacy, you said B for void. All right, Caroline, you said D, voidable only
And
by the minor.
I am agree with you because it's just by avoidable by just
All right.
only minor.
Elena says voidable by the minor. Kavani says avoidable by the minor. Amy, you said you think it's either C or D. Trick says it is D. So, yes, let me go here. Let me say actually this voidable by the minor for every place except California. If you were in California, then I would tell you, we'll use blue since I'm not doing that. It would be void in California. Now, I guess there could be another state out there where that is true, but I know for sure in California, your answer for that is void. Everybody else, it's voidable by the minor. If you're the person of age who is doing all this, then yeah, you can be held to your, what you signed up for. There you go. And are we all feeling good with the difference between void, voidable, enforceable? Hopefully so. Number four, Mr. Beans owns land worth $25,000. Mr. Pork. Okay, now I'm good for a good pun, but this is Mr. Pork and Mr. Beans. Pork and beans? Really? You know what? I'm going to give him credit. That's a dad joke right there. Mr. Pork and Mr. Beans. Pork and beans. Okay. Mr. Beans owns land worth 25,000. Mr. Pork owns a house worth 150,000, subject to a $100,000 mortgage, which Beans will assume for a fair trade. All right. So Mr. Beans owns land worth 25,000. Mr. Pork owns a house worth $150,000 that is subject to a $100,000 mortgage, which Mr. Beans will assume. For a fair trade, would it be A, Pork should pay $25,000 cash in addition? Beans should pay $25,000 in cash in addition. C, they may trade properties evenly. Or D, none of the above. What are you all thinking? Okay, Caroline, you said maybe B or maybe D, right? It is pork and beans. That is kind of hilarious. I mean, Kavani, is that a D for this one or D for the last one? I'm not sure. And I think Trix, you said B. I think Trick said B. We got Amy says B. Caroline said no, that was for the last question. So, Caroline, you're saying B. All right, so boop, that's not that. Well, yeah, it's not none of the above. And yes, our answer for number 4 is, of course, B. The beans of pork and beans should pay. That makes me think of that song, Beans, Beans, the good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you. Yeah, you can fill that in. I wanted to tell you thanks for the few times I you're like, you passed your exam. Yay! We have somebody on the Zoom who passed their exam. And that means you get your song. I need to share my sound. I didn't do it, but you do get it. It is a
Good job, good job. Good job, good job. G-double-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job.
Hey, you know we like to party when you pass and you get your.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
We love it when you pass. Hey, we love it when you pass. Hey, do 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 boom. I love it. Oh, congratulations! Yay! And you said it thanks a few times. You saw my lives. Look, tell more people. Tell them we want to have a live party. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have people learn and, have some fun at the same time. So congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, are we good for number 4? I think everybody got that one right. So I'm good. But if somebody has a question, whether you're in Zoom or you're on YouTube, ask. And I am working, and hopefully by the end of this week, I'll be doing this and it'll be live on Insta and maybe TikTok too. I don't know, but definitely Insta. All right, number 5. From the standpoint of a grantor, so we know we got the OR, which means it's the person who's the giver. Which of the following types of deeds, I think that says, creates the least liability? So if you're the grantor, which of the following types of deed creates the least liability? So you would be saying, okay, I have the least amount of responsibility if things go wrong. Would that be A, special warranty, B, general warranty, C, bargain and sale, or D, quit claim deed? All right, Amy's coming in hot. She's coming in strong with a B. She's coming in strong with that B. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza.
Candace,
Yes,
can
ma'am.
you explain special warranty and general warranty again? I
Okay.
forgot about it.
Do you think you know the difference? Do you have any clue on what they could be?
Well, I was thinking it was A, but I don't know. I was thinking that was the least over general.
Okay, so if I were to put these in order, I would tell you that these, I don't know if there's anything here, but you're going to go from liability general, then special, and then quit. These are the 3 major. Now, some states will have that bargain and sale deed. So I guess I could put that in there. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. You got your bargain and sale deed. And then you have your quit claim deed. So the general warranty deed, or sometimes this is just the warranty deed. Sometimes they take the word general off. That's where if I'm the giver and you're the receiver, if I'm the grantor and you're the grantee, I'm telling you, Caroline, look, it doesn't matter who it is or when they said happened. If this happened, I'm giving you good title and I will defend it. It doesn't matter if they say, hey, the person before me who was Amy was, they owed me money and she didn't take care of it and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when they said it happens. If there's something wrong and I give you this property, I will defend it. I will fix it, whatever's going on. That is the general warranty or just a warranty deed. The special warranty deed would be me saying, hey, you know what, Caroline? I'm giving you good title. I mean, I promise I did not do anything to mess this up. But that previous owner, Amy, She a little shady. She got this bird. She a little crazy. I don't know. But if somebody comes and says, Amy messed it up, I can't help you. I promise that I didn't mess it up. But if it's from somebody else's ownership, yeah, because they're special, nope, can't help you. So does that make sense why the general warranty would create more liability for me as the giver, the grantor, than a special warranty? Hopefully
Yes.
so. Great. Well, the bargain and sale deed is basically me as a seller saying, look, I own it and I'm giving it to you. That's pretty much it. And a quit claim deed says, look, I may not even own it. All I'm saying with a quit claim deed is, hey, any interest that I may have. Oh, thank you. She said she recommended the lives to people you know are struggling. Thank you. It was your third try. 3 times the charm. I love it for you. Whoop, whoop. So the quit claim deed would be like if you owed me money, let's say you were selling, let's say Amy was selling the house. She was the owner before me, right? And when Amy owned the house, she had somebody paint it and she never paid them. That person who was owed money could put a mechanic's lien on Amy's house. We know this would be a specific lien. That person who's owed money would say, hey, I painted Amy's house. I'm putting a specific lien on her property. I'm putting a mechanic's lien on her property. Because that tells the world, hey, this house owes me money, aka Amy owes me money. That's why we record. Once Amy pays that person, we need that painter to say, dear world, Amy and this house no longer owe me money. I don't have or I quit any claim to this property. That would be a quit claim deed that would clear the mechanic's lien. And I'm saying that because in a quit claim deed, you're not even saying you own it. All you're saying is, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Hey, Juana. That's all we're saying. So you got the general warranty deed that's covering everything and everybody. You have the special warranty deed that says, look, I didn't mess it up, but we don't know about crazy Amy. The bargain and sale deed is basically like, you go to a thrift store, like, look, hey, it is what it is. Take it, leave it. I'm not making any promises. You go to a thrift store, if it breaks the next day, that's on you. Right? And then a quit claim deed, you're not even saying you own it. You're just quitting any claim you might have. Does that help, Caroline?
Yes, it sure does. Thank you.
Yay! And I see in the chat you put the bird, Amy. I'm going to miss your bird. All right. And so for that reason, what do you think the answer is then, Caroline? Which one is going to give the least liability if you're the grantor? Special warranty, general warranty, bargain and sale, or quit claim?
I'm going to say general warranty.
Think backwards. Who's got the least liability?
Oh, A. It is A?
So if I'm the grantor, if it's me.
Oh, it's quit claim.
Yes, there you go. You were just thinking of it backwards because
Yes.
the least liability means for the seller, you don't have to worry. Look, I just said it's yours. You're on your own.
No
right?
warranties.
You said what, Elena?
No warranty.
No warranty. Yep. Quit claim deed is basically no warranty.
Yes.
And
Okay,
the
I
best,
got
the
it.
best,
Thank
and the
you.
best is general, right?
And the best is general. So you can think of it, I mean, GSBQ. You could say German Shepherds by, what starts with a Q? Great salespeople. I got nothing. I should not be allowed to ever come up with a thinking thing. GSBQ. General special. You know what? I've never asked. Okay, y'all. I've never asked Uncle Ray to do this before. Let's see what he comes up with. Let's see. Hey, Uncle Ray. I am looking for a mnemonic device or just a way to remember the order of different types of deeds, not weed, but deeds. So I would think that it would be general warranty deed, special warranty deed, bargain and sale deed, and quit claim deed. So GSBQ. Could you come up with one or two different mnemonic devices that I might be able to use for students?
Absolutely, Candace. All right, let's get creative with G, S, B, and Q for those D types. One easy mnemonic that comes to mind could be something like good students bring quality. So that stands for general warranty, special warranty, bargain and sale, and quick claim. It's kind of a nice little phrase that might be easy to just say in class, like, hey, remember, good students bring quality deeds. If you want another option, you could flip it into something a little quirkier, like great sandwiches build quirkiness. It's just a fun way to get them to remember the order while keeping it a bit playful. So feel free to pick whichever one makes your students smile or sticks in their heads the best.
What do y'all think? He said great sandwiches bring quirkiness. I like that. But good students bring quality. Do we like that one? I don't know.
I like the second one.
You you like the second one? Kavani
Yeah.
says yes. Okay, so it was
Mhm.
great sandwiches bring quirkiness.
Quirkiness, yeah.
You like that one? I think I mean, I like it, but I think more people will probably like this one, but we'll see. Good students bring quality. Kind of like it. All right, we'll see. But hey, we'll see what happens. I'll see which one sticks while I'm teaching. And for you all, if one of them sticks out, let me know and we'll add it to the list. Good students bring quality. I kind of like that one. All right, number 6. The lending of money at a rate of interest above the legal rate is A, speculating, B, usury, C, both A and B, or D, neither A nor B.
And it's B for sure because usually it's like when you take money at the above of interest.
Okay, so Elena says B. Caroline and Amy, you said D. Trex, you got a thought over there? You can add it to the Zoom. I know there's a little bit of delay, but that's okay. I wonder when I go live on Insta if there'll be even less of a delay. Well, no.
Actually, I am changing my answer to B.
Okay, you
Yes.
3. Kavani said B, and yes, our answer is B, usury. Usury is when you are giving money and it's above the legal interest rate. So, banks have laws about how much they could charge you any interest, but there's certain rules that are set. I think it's by the Federal Reserve. And if you try to charge above that, then they're in trouble. They're bracing you. And maybe it's set by state law. I think maybe it is set by state law because I feel like when I was studying something for Michigan, if it is a seller financing, it can't go over a certain number. But you know what? Let's find out. Hey, Uncle Ray, who sets the usury rates? Is it state law, state by state law, or the Federal Reserve, or how is a usury rate set?
Hey, Candace. Great question. So usury rates are primarily set at the state level. Each state actually has its own usury laws that determine the maximum interest rate a lender can charge on various types of loans. The federal government does have some overarching rules, like certain federal lending regulations, but when it comes to the nitty-gritty of usury ceilings, it's mostly a state-by-state thing. So if you're teaching this, you'll probably want to remind students to check their specific state statutes.
Yeah, I feel like I should get Uncle Ray like a birthday gift or something. He's awesome. So it's done by state. So I was right. So studying from something else got me to know that. So it's done by state. And yes, our answer is usury. And Amy, you said you thought usury was courtesy. So you thought it was courtesy. That's the word you were thinking of. But Amy, can you tell me what courtesy really is? And courtesy has another word. It is courtesy and dower. They kind of go hand in hand, courtesy versus dower. A husband's interest in the wife's property. Yes, the husband's interest in a wife's property is courtesy, and the wife's interest is dower. Mm-hmm. Very good. Look at y'all getting a vocab review. All right, number 7. A licensee's license must be A, carried in her wallet at all times, B, posted in a public place in the broker's office, C, kept on the wall of the licensee's home, kept on the wall of the real estate commission. Well, I can tell you it's not C or D. This is going to depend on your state. When I first started, it had to be hanging up in a public place in a broker's wall, and I had to carry it in my wallet. But in North Carolina, this is not true. In North Carolina, it is not, and I don't think in Michigan either, nor in Michigan. Your broker needs to have it, but it doesn't have to be posted on a wall, I do believe. So I'm going to say our best answer is A, but of course that's going to vary by state, kind of like our usury laws. All right, and number 8. The parties to a deed are the parties to a deed are the vendor, vendee, A, grantor, grantee, B. The offeror and offeree is C, and D is the acceptor and the acceptee. Yeah, I know y'all know this one. It's B, B, B. Bees in the trap, bees, bees in the trap. Bees in the trap, bees, bees in the trap. All right. Number 9. A person must be licensed if he is to sell A, his home, B, property belonging to an estate for which he is the executor, C, property belonging to other clients who pay him a commission, or D, property that he has inherited. What are we thinking? Hey, Vivian.
I'm wanting to say C,
You're wanting to say C.
and I'm gonna say C.
Are you saying C for commission, or
Yes,
are you saying
commission.
C for
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Both.
Oh, okay. C, yep, Stacy says C, Kavani says C, and yes, our answer in fact is C. We like these easy questions. We do. We do. We do. Okay, number 10. Which of the following is not an appraisal approach? Which of the following is not an appraisal approach? So that means 3 of these are, and 1 of them is not. Is it A, cost approach, B, sales comparison, C, income approach, or D, trade?
D.
Amy says
trade.
D. Okay, Caroline says D. I like it. Yeah, you all already know this. This is starting off pretty easy. We know our answer is D. Right? And we know the sales comparison is the only way to find the value of land. That says land. And it's mostly going to be your residential and commercial property. We know cost approach is if you don't have good comps, no good comps, or if it's unique. And we know the income approach is for when a property is bought because the whole point is for it to make money. So those are our 3 approaches, and the trade approach, it's not a thing. That's just made up. And that's why it's our answer. All right. Number 11. The most comprehensive ownership of land at law is known as. The most comprehensive ownership of land at law is known as A, an estate for years, B, a life estate, C, fee simple, or D, defeasible title. All right. I see you put a D in for that last one, a D for dog, Stacy. How much is that doggy in the window? But this time we got C. Caroline said C is for cookie, and it is good enough for me. You know what is good for me?
I like carrots, and you should too. It goes crunch, 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 and it's good for you. We like carrots, and you should too. It goes
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yes, fee simple. that is our answer. Now for bonus points, what do I tell you fee means? What do I usually tell you that fee means?
Inheritable.
Inheritable. That's how we get questions right. We know that fee is inheritable. What does defeasible mean? Anybody? Oh, I see online they're getting these answers right. Rana and Vivian watching. What does defeasible mean? You said, Vivian, is there a song to learn all this info because you will learn it? You know, I thought about putting it into the AI that would make a lot of it into songs, but you know, I can. So remember, defeasible, I want you to think of the word defeated, which means, you know, it can be ended. It can be defeated. It can be overcome. So a defeasible title would be your fee simple conditional, and our fee simple, do not tell me. I did fee simple condition determinable. There we go. Good gosh. Fee simple determinable or fee simple conditional, which is a fee simple with a condition subsequent. And what that means is somebody has given you title, but if you break a rule, you could lose title. Your ownership could be ended. Your ownership could be defeated. Your title or your ownership is defeasible. So defeasible means it could be ended. Now, if you follow the rules, hey, it's yours. But if you break those rules, whatever that rule or condition is, you could lose title. Versus our fee simple absolute, it's just yours. It's yours, you know, you're going whatever. And obviously a life estate, it's only for somebody's lifetime. And an estate for years, we know, is non-freehold or a leasehold estate. Boop. Possess the property as a fee simple subject to a condition. Yep, that would be defeasible. Okay. Each of the following pairs of words or phrases describes the same extent of land except. Each of the following pairs of words or phrases describes the same extent of land except. Okay. 1 acre is 43,560 square feet. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. 1 section is 640 acres. 1 square mile. So if it's a mile square, wouldn't that be 1 mile by 1 mile? And that would be a section. And that would be 640 acres. So I'm pretty sure our answer is C. Well, I mean, our answer is C. This is the one that's not right. That's my thinking, but I could be going crazy, right? We do know that 43,560 square feet are in an acre. Boom. We will never forget that number. I need to make some t-shirts that say 43,560. I think I will. Because everybody will know, oh, you went to real estate school. We know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet or 5 tomatoes. 8 O's. You get the point. And we know a section has 640 acres. So by elimination, 1 square mile is not 460 acres. But I know that you got a township, which is 6 miles by 6 miles. And then your sections are 1 mile by 1 mile. And those would be a section that's 640 acres. It can't be 460 acres. 1 mile square. 1 square mile. Yeah. All right. I like the elimination of information. It helps. All right. Number 13. In order to sell property, one must A, have a realtor's license, B, belong to a realtors association, C, hire only realtors, or D, none of the above. What say you for 13? Do you have to have a realtor's license, or do you have to belong to a realtor association, or do you have to hire only realtors, or is it D, none of the above? Okay, Kavani says A. All right, Caroline, are you saying A?
Yes,
Okay, we got
'Cause you don't-
Caroline saying
you don't
A.
need a realtor's license.
wait.
That just goes with the license if you want it, right?
Well, I'm not going to answer that yet.
Okay.
We got 2A. Stacy said A for apple. I like to eat apples and apricots. I don't really know in that many. Okay, yo. My favorite A song would be the Monotone Angel song. All right, everybody's saying A. Everybody is saying A. But I hate to tell you. Oh, and I forgot to go.
Houston, we have a problem.
That is not the right answer. What? Glad we went over this. So remember, being a realtor means you paid money to a professional organization of real estate licensees. Your real estate licenses come from the state. If you have a real estate license, you can become a realtor. Right? It's kind of like if you have a driver's license, you can become a donor, but you don't have to be. The license comes from the state, and then you choose to be a realtor. There is no realtor's license. You might choose to become a realtor, right? You might you'd be doing that by paying money to an association. I mean, hire only realtors would be interesting, but yeah, no, being a realtor is having a trade name behind you. It's like having a certification almost, like you're saying, hey, boom, right? So it's not A because there is no Realtors Association. That is a trade organization. It's the largest one in the nation. You could just be a licensee. Right? You could just say, hey, I'm a licensee. And you don't have to be a realtor. Realtor is a group you join, but a licensee is something you take the test and the state gave you your license. So very tricky. That one is tricky. Got to read all the words in that one. All right. Are we good on that? Good. Yay. Kamani, you melting? You're melting. Your brain is that your brain leaving out of your ear and melting to the floor? I understand. I understand. All right. Number 14. What are the broker's responsibilities under the 1968 Fair Housing Act? What are the broker's responsibilities under the 1968 Fair Housing Act? Is it A, to show all houses to all prospects? Is it B, to treat all prospects equally? Is it C, both A and B? Is it D, neither A nor B? All right, we got a C. We got C's, we got C's, we got C's. Got lots of C's. Lots of C's. Kavani says C. All right. Trix or Juana, I don't know if you all have an answer. Give them a second to try. And, all right, they'll give me an answer in a second. So, is our answer C, both A and B? Survey says.
Yes.
Houston, we have a problem.
Well. It is not both A and B. Can anybody have a guess why? It's because A says all houses to all prospects. You do not have a responsibility to show all houses to all prospects. If I come to you and I say, hey, I want to go look at houses, and oh, by the way, I make 60 grand a year, and I'd like to see this 2.5 million mansion, and I have zero money in the bank and no savings. Do you have to show me that house? Absolutely not. I mean, you have to make sure if you're having rules like, hey, I want to see that you've been pre-qualified by a banker, but you don't have to show all houses to all prospects. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now, I will say you need to be fair and equal. If you say, hey, I'll show you 3 houses without you being pre-qualified, that should be for everybody. If you say, hey, I only show houses if you have been pre-qualified, I won't show you any, then that's different. But it's not. It's this all word that gets you. All houses to all prospects. Nope, that's not true. Tricky, tricky. I know. It says all. I know. Ugh. Is there a song about all? Racking my brain. Is there a song about all? All I can see is like laundry detergent in my head. All. I got all y'all, but that's not a song. That's just the world's best 2 words put together in the South, which is different than just y'all. It's all y'all, not just y'all. I got nothing, but if one of y'all comes up with a song for all, let me know. Okay, 15. Hopefully we're good. The technicalities, right, Cavani? It is the devil. The devil is in those details, right? The devil is in the details. All right, 15. Oh, I was going to say, y'all, I told my current class that I'm going to test when you all test. So I need to get it. We test in a week or so. So I'll be doing some more practice, like just me taking practice questions that I got. So if anybody is interested, shoot me an email and say, hey, Candace, if you go on some weird times, I want to be involved, and let me know. But I might want to take some more practice questions too, because I would like to not fail. But if I do, I just take it again. No biggie. So, 15. In order to be recorded, a deed must be in writing. Well, yes, that is true because of the statute of frauds. But to be recorded, a deed must be in writing and must A, be signed by the grantee. B, state the actual purchase price. C, be acknowledged, or D, be free of all liens. What say you? This is a good question. Lots of clarity in this question. In order to be recorded, a deed must be in writing. Well, you got to have something to record. And it must be, is it A, signed by the grantee? B, state the actual purchase price? C, be acknowledged and free of all liens? And D, C, be acknowledged, and D, free of all liens. I can do this. Anybody? Lots of silence. Words of violence break the silence. Come crashing into my little world.
I am leaning toward A or D.
Okay, you're leaning towards A or D. She was like, stop singing Depeche Mode. But yes, Amy, it was Depeche Mode. It was. What happened to Depeche Mode anyway? All right, Trick says A. We've got an A or D. All right, well, let me do elimination. It doesn't have to state the actual purchase price. It could just say for valuable consideration. Like, it doesn't have to state the actual purchase price. Now, here's the problem with D. I'm going to eliminate it. When you record a deed, when you record a deed, is it actually free of all liens, or would there still be a tax lien? Because tax liens are always there.
That's true.
Or
I
tax
didn't think
lien.
about that.
So it can't be all liens, so can't be that one. Right? You could record a deed and there could be a mortgage, on there, mortgage lien on there, something like that. There could be a mechanics lien. It's just that the new owner is responsible for it. So it's not B and it's not D. Does it have to be signed by the grantee or does it have to be acknowledged? Well, what does acknowledgement mean?
A deed don't need to be acknowledged.
Well, deeds
Yeah.
don't have to be acknowledged, but what does, in general, for a deed to be legal, they don't have to be acknowledged. But what is acknowledgement?
Isn't that like with notary?
Yes,
Yeah,
notarized.
notarizing.
So is it A, they have to be signed by the grantee, or C, they have to be notarized, or?
I'm
Or-
going to say,
You're going to say A?
yes.
Okay, we're going with A, right? They do, you're right, Trix, they do have to be accepted. And is it A?
Houston, we have a problem.
Okay, I'm glad we did this today. I am glad we did this today. Let's break this down.
I like this. It's keeping us on our toes.
I know it's
For
not
sure.
signed by the grantee. It is be acknowledged. So let me come in here. Let's talk about this. Let me find what I'm looking for. Boo, boo, boo. My files. That would be a study guide. That would be our essential lists. So let me clear this. These are our acronyms. Good students bring quality. I think I do like that. Maybe great students bring quality. Ooh. Okay, so this is what has to be in a deed. These are your essential elements. Like, it's not a deed. This would be like, you have to have the peanut butter and the jelly. You can't have a P&J if you don't have peanut butter and jelly. If it's just peanut butter, it's not a P&J. If it's jelly, a jelly sandwich, it's not a P&J. That's like having a grilled cheese with no cheese. Like, the essential elements, I get paid in every deal. We know it has to be in writing. The grantor must be competent. It's got to have a property description. It's got to have words of conveyance. So it's got to have that habendum clause. Hey, this is what I'm giving you and what type of ownership. It needs to be executed, which is signed by the grantor. And it needs to be delivered and accepted by the grantee. But the grantee doesn't have to sign. This is the essential. This is the bare bones, PB&J. Right? But you could, it's almost like if you had if you don't want to do with a PB&J, you could have a BLT. It's got to have bacon. It's got to have lettuce. It's got to have tomato. It's a BLT. All of these things are the extra toppings. Could you have a BLT and be like, hey, I'd like to add some avocado? Sure could. We're not adding avocado to a PB&J. Peanut butter, jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. First, you take the peanuts and you crunch them. You crunch. Okay. I really have one too many child songs in my head. In PB&J, I guess if you like Elvis, you could add some bananas. Is it a PB&J even if you don't have bananas? Yeah. Is it a PB&J even if you, or is it a BLT even if you add avocado? Yes. These are the extras. It's nice to have, but meh. The reason this question is so different is because it just turns out that to record something at the Register of Deeds, it must be acknowledged. It has to be notarized. Let's think about this. Now, we all know I'm shady and petty. So does it make sense, since we know that when you record something at the Register of Deeds, you get the protection of the law? If I give Caroline a deed for my property that I own, she could go record it. And to make sure that I did not give Caroline a deed to Cavani's property, it needs to be notarized. Remember, when you get something notarized, acknowledged, this is where you take it to that third-party person at the bank or whatever, and they ask you to pull out your ID, and they look at your ID, and they look at everybody involved, and then they take their notary stamp, their seal. And that's why you get things notarized. You're like basically saying, hey, I'm really the person signing it. So if you want to record, the Register of Deeds is like, look, the least we can do is make sure that the grantor is the grantor. We want to have this notarized in order to record it. But do you have to have all deeds acknowledged? No. If I just want to give a deed to Trix, just because I could give it to her. It could have all of these things in it, and it would be a valid deed. But if she doesn't record it, she could possibly lose ownership. Like, I could then give the same deed to Juana, and Juana could then be it depends on who records it, all these other things. It's a valid deed, but you record it to give protection. Right? Is it nice for a deed to be acknowledged, dated, have consideration, be sealed, be witnessed, be recorded? Yeah, these are nice to have. It's nice to have your extra toppings, but they're not required. But since recording is not required, well, I should say, because recording is not required, that's fine. If you are going to record, it does have to be acknowledged. So I know that was a lot, but does that make sense? Hopefully so. Yay. All right, let's move on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Boom. Boom. 16. Which of the following is not a good reason why real property taxes are so popular? Oh, they're popular? Okay, this will be interesting. Which of the following is not a good reason why real property taxes are so popular? So that means we're going to have 3 good and 1 not good. Real estate ownership is easy to hide. Real estate is valuable. Real estate is easy to find, and real estate can be foreclosed to provide payment of unpaid tax levies. Can we go ahead and say this is a stupid question? I mean, first of all, popular? Popular. I mean, maybe they're trying to say which of these is not a good reason why real estate property taxes are helpful to the government. Maybe that would have been a better way to ask this question. I have no idea. So popular. Well, okay, I'm going to change it. I'm going to see if we get it right, because I don't know. I'm going to say are useful to the government, because I don't know anybody who's like, yeah, I love me some property taxes. Okay. So real estate ownership is easy to hide. No, I don't even know how I feel about that sentence. Real estate is valuable. B. Well, yes, that is useful to the government because it's valuable. They can charge taxes, based on the value ad valorem. So that's probably a good thing. If real estate wasn't valuable, then they wouldn't make much money. So I think that's a good reason. Real estate is easy to find. I mean, do they mean available to buy or like find it? Like I can't find it, like your kids can't find something in the fridge. I don't understand what they mean. Kind of like I can't find my marbles. I lost them a long time ago. Or any sense of decency or decorum. Yeah. Or my mind. All things that have been lost. My virginity. Okay, Candace, focus. All right. I don't know. I don't even know what C means. And D, real estate can be foreclosed to provide a payment of unpaid tax levies. Okay, I think this is good too. So it's not B. I think this is a good thing too, which means it's not D. So now we're down between real estate ownership is easy to hide and real estate is easy to find. Anybody? Anybody? I'm taking, are you laughing at me, Kavani, for which part? I don't, I'm a fool. Okay. Ownership is easy to hide. Okay, so if we're talking about useful to the government, it's not, it's easy to find. I don't even know, y'all. A or C? What? A. I mean, is real estate ownership easy to find? Easy to hide? I don't. Okay, Juana, you said you're going to guess C, that real estate is easy to find. Not a good reason why it would be useful to the. Okay, so let's think about the government. It's good that you could find, I mean, you can't lose a piece of real estate. So that's good. And real estate is not easy to hide. I mean, like you could hide a car if they're coming after you because you didn't pay, but so that would be, if I went with that, that means our answer would be A. If I think about it in a different way, I could say real estate. Why would C be the answer? Real estate is easy to find. That'd be not true. But real estate is easy to find. Okay, I think I got to go with A. Just because I got to think about this like from the government's point of view, because I changed the question. And you can't hide real estate. Like you're always going to know where the piece of real estate is. So they know they can tax you. Like a car, you could move to a different state and be like, what car? I think this is where, but Juana, you said C. So Juana, I don't know. You very well could be. Anybody else have a guess? Y'all just gonna let me hang by myself here, huh? Is it A or is it C? Candace says A. Juana says C. Anybody? Caroline, you're going with A. Thank you, Caroline, for not leaving me alone out there. Come on, Amy. Come on, Stacy and Elaine. Come on, don't leave me here. Don't leave me hanging. What you going with? You going with me? You can go with me, this, or you can go with that.
I just can't see how they could hide real estate. They could find it easily.
Yes, so if they
to hide
can't
it.
hide it, then that would not be a good reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going
right.
with, okay.
I guess
Okay.
I'm going to go with C then because yeah,
Wait, you're going with C, Caroline?
I think so.
Oh. Okay. Let me look. The answer to 16. A. Hey. The answer's A. The answer's hey. Hey, the answer's A. This was a stupid question. This was a stupid question. This was a
Yeah,
stupid question.
and they always
This
say
was a
don't
stupid
change your
question.
answer.
I don't
gosh
even.
darn it.
I get. This was a stupid question. You know how they say there are no stupid questions? Congratulations, quiz. You just gave us one. I can only guess to their reasoning. Let's throw that one out the window. But that's how I think anyway. I don't even know. Good guessing on my part. All right, one more, 17. The purpose of Regulation Z is it to A, set the maximum interest rates that may be charged? Well, we just heard from Uncle Ray that would be usury, and that comes from the state level. Uncle Ray coming in clutch again. B, let the borrowers know the cost of credit. C, both A and B. Well, it can't be this. Or D, neither A nor B. And Caroline said Regulation Z and Truth in Lending.
Tila, and this B.
Are kind of the same. So what are we thinking? Is it B or D? I'm going with B. Yeah, I like B, y'all. Boom shakalaka. B for boom shakalaka laka. The answer is B. I know that one. All right. This was helpful. I feel a little stupid myself, but you know. Oh, wait, there's a question in the chat. Who put this? Okay, Amy, you said, can you ask a question? 3 people purchased a property on the same day at the same time. Their ownership shares are equal and they have undivided possession. This type of ownership is best described as A, tenants in common, B, ownership in severalty, D, joint tenancy, or D, tenants by the entirety. Well, we know it's not ownership in severalty. That's one person. Tenants by the entirety would be married, and this is a throuple, so no, can't happen. So now we're down to tenants in common and joint tenancy. It is tenants in common because just because we have equal ownership and we got it at the same time and we have undivided possession doesn't mean it's joint tenancy. We could be tenants in common. Joint tenancy is when you specifically say, hey, when somebody dies, the other remaining owners get that right of survivorship. So it's tenancy in, it's tenancy in common because they didn't say anything about the right of survivorship. We could have 3 owners buy it the same day. Like, let's say me and my siblings bought something. If we bought it on the same day, we had equal interest, equal possession, it doesn't magically make us joint tenants. It just so happens all those things are equal. Now, if we are joint tenants, it's because we want that right of survivorship. And those things must be there. But just because they are there, it doesn't automatically become joint tenancy. Does that make sense? So if they don't say anything about survivorship, it's tenants in common. Yeah, people have to ask for joint tenancy. People have to ask. That's a wonderful question, though. All right, guys, I will see you on Friday. Happy Halloween. And that means I'll get to go.
Why, hello there, and welcome.
Yes. You poor unfortunate souls. Okay, that's enough of that. I need to go listen to Hamilton and sing it out. I need to go sing it out, y'all. If you have questions, bring them on Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific time. Bring more questions, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Ken.